I am Chef Jesse Harris with Giordano's, and I'm here with Jimmy from the Buona Beef family. The history and you know, the brand Giordano's in Chicago. I mean, we are the iconic stuffed pizza of Chicago. This is our 51st year. Last year we had our big 50th anniversary. You know, we've been named the best deep dish pizza in Chicago ever since 1974. We're woven deep into the fabric of the history of the city. It's pretty amazing. You know, we were the official pizza of the Cubs when they won the World Series. You know, we've partnered with all the big sports teams, and April 5th last year named Giordano's Day in Chicago on National Deep Dish Day. It's been pretty amazing for us, our total history of Chicago, you know.
It's beautiful, yeah. Yeah, you know, our history dates back to kind of like the beginning of when Italian beef was created in the early 40s with Al's Beef and with Scala. And then we also have ties back to Mr. Beef, who was my grandfather's brother.
Oh, cool.
He kind of taught us how to make Italian beef. He showed us the ropes. And then we kind of took our own spin on it, and we said, you know, we want to do this our own way, and we want to just kind of create our own sandwich. So
that's awesome. We love your product. You know, out of all the Italian beefs in Chicago, you know, we sought you out to do this collaboration. So
it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't dream of a better pizza to be on top of. So
well, thank you. Yeah.
So I think Italian beef has been a staple in Chicago, in the city. You know, if you drive around, you see Italian beef at a lot of different restaurants and stands. But I think that it's starting to gain popularity in kind of the masses, especially from things like the show The Bear. I think that's given it a spotlight for Italian beef, and I think people are starting to come around to it.
Yeah, you know, the same for Giordano's, but more so, you know, pizza's this communal food, this iconic thing of Chicago that has been around for years. Started with Uno's and all the other deep dish brands, and you know, we really set ourselves apart from everybody because you know, we do a very, very niche piece of deep dish. We do stuffed pizza, which is a layer of dough on the bottom, layer of dough on top, and all of our delicious ingredients and your delicious Italian beef on the inside. And you know, we've really taken that specific product and made it the absolute best that it could be. You know, honestly, we're two iconic brands of Chicago, and we've always, you know, kind of been in the same circles. You know, we're the restaurant world's a small world. We've always wanted to work with an Italian beef brand to collaborate to make a delicious pizza, and then in talks with you guys wanted to make a delicious pizza using your amazing Italian beef, and we're able to finally match up and get something going.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know obviously we've been kind of in the same circle, but maybe not necessarily worked together yet, but it's awesome for us to be able to collab.
It's been great to finally get with your team.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know, quality is very big for us. We call ourselves the original Italian beef because we make our Italian beef the original way. You know, we start with the right cut of meat, and we do a slow roast. Our gravy actually comes from the beef that we cook. So as opposed to, you know, starting with water and seasoning that or putting, you know, bouillon in or something like that, we get the gravy from the beef. So that's kind of like where our flavor comes from. And yeah, we slice it. We just try and do it. Try and do it the best we can, and we try to keep it the original way.
You know, honestly, we do the same thing, you know, from the pizza angle. We are all about quality. There is, to be honest with you, you know, you don't really have to throw a stone too far in Chicago to get great pizza. What we do here at Giordano's is we hyper focus on the quality of our ingredients. You know, our pizza sauce is really, you know, one of the cornerstones of it. We get all of our tomatoes for our pizza sauce from Mendocino County in California. You know, they're really super high quality tomatoes. They have a really high sugar content, low acid content, so we don't have to manipulate the tomatoes and put a bunch of sugar in it to make it taste good. They automatically taste good. You know, our dough we make with our own hands. All of our dressings we make with our own hands. We don't freeze anything. And so, you know, really at the end of the day, kind of the same thing what you guys do is if you start out with a fantastic product, you know, and you use real whole ingredients, you don't have to do a lot to it to get a fantastic product at the end of the day.
Sure.
And this pizza is a perfect example of it. You know, your amazing beef, our amazing pizza, you know, at the end of the day, they're really simplistic products, but when you put them together, you get this fantastic, amazing thing, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Knowing that, you know, we have such a high quality, iconic product in our pizza, and Buona also has such a high quality product. Buona's an iconic Chicago brand. It was kind of a no-brainer really at the end of the day to bring these two things together. And, you know, now we have this amazing deep dish pizza.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, when you think of Chicago pizza, I think it's impossible to not think of Giordano's. And same thing with Italian beef in Chicago. I think, you know, if you think of Buona. So I think the collaboration just makes sense between Giordano's and Buona.
The timing of this collaboration is perfect for us. You know, we're headed into summertime. It's perfect time to get out and enjoy, you know, fantastic food like Italian beef and pizza.
Yeah. You know, National Italian Beef Day, it's important to us. The holiday that we created, we wanted to give Italian beef the spotlight that it deserves.
Yeah.
So we celebrate it in our stores May 24th. And yeah, it's just a perfect day to kick this item off.
Well, we are excited to celebrate National Italian Beef Day with you with this iconic pizza. Even the elements of the pizza are the iconic pieces of Chicago food tradition. You know, you have the deep dish pizza, you have the Buona Italian beef, Giordano's sauce and dough, and then the giardiniera on top. It all just screams Chicago.
I second that. Definitely a great product has come from this collaboration, but also I think it's just a good relationship to have. Two iconic brands, Giordano's and Buona, coming together to make magic.
100%. And we come up with this beautiful, delicious pizza, and nothing but more to come. And you can order this pizza at ship.giordanos.com. The best part of this collaboration, honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, the pizza is delicious, and I love pizza. If you can't, you know, I'm the chef at Giordano's. But really, at the end of the day, was getting to work with such an iconic brand and your team. You have amazing people over on your side, as you know, as we do as well, and we love collaborating.
Yeah, for us. Chicago, my family's roots have been in Chicago for, since the 1940s. Italian beef has been a part of my family's history. My grandfather started our business with my uncles, his brothers, and it was always their dream to just create an iconic sandwich, continue the legacy of Italian beef.
Well, you have, man, because that sandwich is absolutely delicious, and your Italian beef and your product, Giordano's, is so happy and excited to get this product out to the masses.
Yeah, me too. It gives me an excuse to eat more pizza.
Yeah, I know, it gives me an excuse to eat more Italian beef, man. You know, one of the other exciting things about this product is it's a limited time offer, and you can order this frozen pizza along with all the other Giordano's frozen pizzas at ship.giordanos.com.
You get it while it's hot.
Yeah, get it while it's hot, man.